On today's episode of Let's Talk FGO, news about future updates and also summer rerun? Hello, I am one of your hosts. This voice is Omega. With me as always is Lucky. I don't really have any jokes, extra jokes or antithetical to our current mood. Today we are speed.
Probably. I'm okay with this.
If I knew more about speedrunning, I could make some jokes there. I'm clipping Omega and he's whistle exploit. No, I don't have the knowledge. It doesn't work. Anyway, hi. Welcome to Let's Talk FGO. Last week's show was a record-breaking shortest show. Literally the shortest by like 30 seconds. This one might be worse? Better? However that works. Anyway, we're here.
We are here. I'm stealing your firewood. Goodbye.
It's like a perfect segue into your intro.
So, with that, I hope everyone is enjoying Fate Grand Order, aka Suddenly Summer. And while we here at Studio Mega like to bring you the latest in FGO-related news and memes, we will be talking about current and future events for both the JP and EN version of the game, so anyone not wanting spoilers, go play more Tears of the Kingdom. I'm playing it right now.
He is. I'm charging up my Switch controllers. But, no matter how big or small the show, it is, as always, brought to you by our lovely patrons, some of whom are chilling with us right now in live chat. And those vaunted names include, but are not limited to, Adam DeHarp, Blacklist Digi, Call Me Zed, Carlos, Dragon, Ferris, Flightly Sicebird, Jeremy Vasquez, JDV, 9000, Just to the Fae, Jonathan Sandoval, Chris Starley, Legendary Boss Hunter, Liam Kessler, Regent Raptor, Rogue Robyn, Charvor, Sean Pryor, Some Guy Named Bob, and Varian the Crow. If you like what we do want us to use more, consider supporting us on Patreon. Get access to episodes early and lots of other goodies, including listen to the show live. So you too can join the vaunted halls of people we call out by name when we do giant recap episodes. As don't think that I haven't caught several of your names in the time frames. But yes, that's that intro. Also, by the way, if you're wondering, the recaps are still on for the Lost Belt 5. I'm still doing that in the 2-week rotation. This time not because I got sick, but because it is, once again, the first third is a 2-hour chunk, and then the next 2/3 is an unknown number of hours chunk, but it's going to be like another 2 or 3 hours. So the first half, or the first third at least of the story recap anyway, the first half of the show is all done and edited together. And as the next week goes on, I will, slurp it in there. Well, I do it alphabetically. Yeah, and there will still be a 5.5 Heian Co. That one will be much easier to edit. That should take me only a week to process. Also, because last time's, 5-part 1 recording was kind of scuffed, this is taking me a slower process because I'm trying to be a little more hands-off with it, be a little lighter touch on the edits. You'll probably hear some more uhs and ums in there when they're just kind of naturally part of the flow of the middle of our sentence. That said, both of us occasionally have a tendency to start and stop sentences as ums and uhs, so those get snipped. I also snip when either of us is like, I, E, O, yeah. Ooh. No, Ooh. We don't need that one. Just pull that out.
Ching chang, walla walla, bing bang.
Ting tang, walla walla, big bang. But that is where that one is cooking. I have some other stuff we've been cooking on, but I'll let you go around. No, that was just sometimes we just blubber ineffectively. Even though we have written notes, we just don't know how to start them. We get really excited, y'all. Shocking, I know. Story drops for FGO make us really excited and passionate about this thing we do. Anyway, we're moving on. Technically, this is the part for Wake the Folk, Sam Fairbanks for pro tips, but no pro tip. We're speedrunning.
Speedrun!
Means we go into records. Records in the Throne. Completed Grail Front. Got my Grail. Not All the World's Evil. Haven't touched the rerun.
Lucky's not all the reruns. I haven't touched the Grail. I haven't touched the rerun or the Grail Front.
You should hurry up because the Grail Front either ends in like 4 hours or like 16 hours. If you want your Grail, it's soon. Monday? Okay, do you have the weekend? I thought it was a little longer, a little shorter than that. I don't know. They keep sending me notifications. Yeah, technically I should put it in free talk, but there is otherwise there's no free talk scheduled. We'll just get it out now. Having done the final map, remember I said that I felt like these were a lot easier and Merlin was more chaotic? That last map is, it's a time. It's tough. I had to run it a couple of times because it's weird and tough and there's a lot of guys in it. I did eventually manage to just bring all my tankiest servants and make... Okay, Sunday night. Alright, so you do got a few days. Gotta make sure to schedule some time, though. But, yeah, Merlin eventually did make a dumb mistake where he accidentally de-sandwiched himself between some servants, but it was still a bit of a grinder, and I was a little concerned. But did get it done. Item secured. Nothing on tickets as usual. Now, for something we have a little more fleshed out, did you finish your master missions? So your master missions this week are... Defeat 5 supergiant enemies, defeat 15 undead enemies, defeat 20, then 40 enemies, excluding servants or certain storyline bosses, get 15 and 30 EXP cards through battles. So, while this did launch before the rerun started, you can get most of this done by doing the event. There are enough supergiant and undead enemies in the summer makeup to actually get this out of the way. The main thing will be EXP cards. That means you're probably going to have to do some dailies. Also, you can farm Fuyuki for most of this, and Giant's Garden in LB2 for the giant ones, if you need to get this done quick. But hopefully you can get it done through the course of doing your rerun. But yes, hold on, clear my sinuses a little. That means we can move into Skelegrams, where, despite genuinely the speediness of the show, we do actually have at least one big item to cover here. But first, chronologically speaking, Revival, Servant, Summer Camp, Chaldea's Thriller Night, Light. I would think they were being clever, but they call all of their reruns Light, so it's not actually an intentional rhyme.
Son of a bitch.
What happened?
Blood Moon.
They happen a lot more frequently.
They do.
Curse you, Blood Moon.
Oh, he's up there! Oh, the pin, you son of a bitch!
Okay, you're doing that one.
I've been running around the fucking Dueling Peak stable, like, forever, like, where the fuck is Pin? I saw the move when all the fuck, I panned over, he's there at the top of the goddamn...
Yeah, he's on the horse head for some ungodly reason. It's that one got me too for a while. I was like, I think this is my last stable. Where is he? Anyway, for North America, we got the summer rerun. It started the 16th. It goes until the 5th of June. This means, of course, you should expect your Lost Belt 6 release somewhere around there, though I think there might be one more, like, week-long preambulus in there. Anyway, usual rerun stuff. To summarize a lot of this, I put out a short about this at the start of the week. We were talking about, I think most of that was off mic, but we have been talking about diversifying content. So, did put out a short about it. Basically, reviving News Desk, but, you know, it's portrait. I hard-baked in the subtitles, all that fun stuff. And so, let me know in the comments. Haven't gotten a super heap and helping of super feedback, though. A couple of people did say they liked it. But, you know, get out there. Not like crazy views or anything, but decent like ratio. And shorts is a zone we're not really putting out a lot of content on, so we'll keep poking it. It seems to work, and it was not too hard for me to actually, you know, cobble it together, considering I have no idea what I'm doing at any given point in time. But yes, if you haven't watched it, check it out. Tell me what you think of that format. We'll probably keep adjusting that and fix my graphical ratio a little bit. I'm not used to working in things in portrait. Anyway, like we said, usual rerun stuff. They've got a lot of mana prisms and rare prisms on the line for those one-time rewards. Obviously, you get them for your extra Whaleflare copies you don't need, but also for the Mystic Code quest. If you already have Chaldea Pathfinder, you can get mana prisms that way. The old command codes, you can get mana prisms. Costumes give you rare prisms. Stoodle dupes like that. We've also already fired up our Summer Kiara and Summer Sigurd. Well, normal Sigurd, but, you know, he's got the costume. Banners, those are all fired up. Summer Abbey probably at the start of next week, following the usual ratios of stuff. I wish I was freer to get there, but I don't have a huge heap of help in a quartz, and we know that Lost Belt 6 is right around the corner, so alas, my Summer Tomoe dreams will maintain memes. So, NA's out there doing stuff and keeping on our normal keep on, you know? Seems pretty typical. We did actually get the summer rerun instead of the Nerofest. I know that's disappointed some people because Nerofest would have given you a much better opportunity to farm mats and prep for new servants, but I think it still works out. I think just the fact that the summers are usually like 3 weeks worked out a lot better, you know, for what they wanted to do with the timeline. So it's all right. Like I said, I haven't been super driven to get in there, even though I liked this summer when it came out. I have not been super driven because tears. More things to farm. Listen, I unlocked all 4 great fairies. I have to get back on my drip game, and unfortunately that means lots of taking pictures of things and feeding them to Sensor Plus. Purapad, where's Silent Nightshade? Where can I find bokoblins? Yeah, the Nerofest will probably be after LB6. And definitely after a part 1 will be in their slot. We'll have to see where they actually put the part 2. Yeah, Lost Belt 6 on 6/6. We'll see. They could do that. They might also give us another, like I said, a week-long gap of some more prep time. We don't actually know. We're kind of in a gray area here. But then, let's move on to, I think, the big one. The Ordeal Call pre-release campaign. Starting in JP. The pre-release started the 17th, runs until the 7th. And so, we're gearing up for a big story push, y'all. Slight spoilers for further down my notes. The actual Ordeal Call is still booked for mid-June. Now, you may be wondering, it's the middle of May. What are we doing for another month? Because some people have been like, dead month, dead game. There's a stream on the 24th. I assume that there will be some other kind of event between now and Ordeal Call. All right? Right? You follow me?
Right.
Because you don't queue up a stream when you're like a month away from the thing happening. There will be something else probably announced at that time period, along with maybe some more finer point Ordeal Call details. But I suspect there will be something. Maybe an early year lotto, maybe a rerun. Maybe we do have a new event in our cap for the end of this month. We'll see. But there's a stream the 24th, so keep your eye out for that. In the meantime, they have noted that Ordeal Call will require Lost Belt 7 cleared, Epic of Remnants 5.5 and 6.5 do not count. And to facilitate this, starting at this point and going until the 7th, you've got quarter AP up through LB6 and half AP on LB7. That's right, it has been less than 6 months since LB7 dropped all the way, and they are already giving you that half AP discount. We are trying to schmoove that story. Though, also, to be fair, they are making Ordeal Call actually, current with, actual story content. You gotta be all the way caught up, so they probably want to make sure you can get there. Leyline Stones are back until the 8th of June. You get 3 for logging in during this time period and can buy another 10 in the MP shop. Hopefully they will also, since Ordeal Call appears to be framed as a permanent story release, hopefully you will also be able to extend that deadline, but for now they exist so that you can actually... Sorry. Suddenly out of cough, despite the fact that I literally just took a sip of my water. Anyway, hopefully because Ordeal Call counts as a core story release, obviously since it requires an LB7 clear, they will extend this deadline, but otherwise you're in the woods. Now, interestingly enough, as a pre-release banner, you have a Anastasia Dobrynya and an Ivan Yalter banners, 2 of them, with the VK Braun and Salieri up on both. So, very, very Russia-themed, but also very Lost Belt Anastasia-themed. Interesting. But you guys want the big one, because they have once again given us the big preview of our next mechanic. So, Ordeal Call is set for mid-June, but on the 7th of June, a prologue and opening quests will occur. So there will be a, early intro and some new quests will show up. Completing the prologue will allow you to open up and explore the Bleached Earth, their words, not mine, which will have new free quests and challenge quests. They call it high difficulty quests, but usually we translate that as challenge quests. So, new free quests, new challenge quests. You can only undertake these quests, again, grammar ambiguous, unknown if that includes the free quests or just the high challenge quests. It's like literally the next sentence. You can only undertake these quests with the new Storm Pod item. You get 3 Storm Pods per day and can hold up to 9. If you are an old school player, this is basically BP. You spend the Storm Pods, the SP, and your AP to do the Bleached Earth quests. Completing them will get you a new item called Starlight Dust and some new enhancement materials. You can spend the Starlight Dust, along with QP and enhancement materials, to increase your class scores. Your class score is basically the new skill tree. The individual nodes are called class signs. They are indeed arranged in branching paths, so you could have to unlock one sign before you can unlock the next sign, etc., etc. Unlocking these signs will give all members of the relevant class permanent buffs. Each class is said to have 9 scores. Now again, the grammar is still ambiguous and the system isn't out yet, so we're kind of figuring out exactly what they mean. I cannot tell, based on the graphics they have shown and the way it's phrased in the translation, if that means there are 9 different skill trees, or there are just 9 nodes per class. If it's 9 nodes, I assume that means they're leaving themselves room to expand later. If it's 9 trees per class, that's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Now, all of this is supposed to hit on 6/7, so we will know more by then, and we also might know more by the stream on the 24th, which is about 5-ish days away. But at the very least, we have outlined the system people have been thinking about and asking after. And it sounds like, hey, if you wanted a reason to log into FGO and play the game every day, here it is. You will have a limited number of your ability to go into these Bleached Earth quests and farm Starlight Dust and the enhancement materials. But in turn, you'll be able to turn that into permanent upgrades to all your favored class members. Not only do you get to, take your Artoria Saber to level 120, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, maxed faux pas, etc., but now you can be the guy who says, oh yeah, I've maxed out the class sign for Sabers. So it's interesting. It sounds like it's going to be a little grindy to start, since they are limiting the number of storm pods you can access, etc., and it requires brand new materials, and also still says it needs QP, so those numbers will be big. You know it. But in general, it sounds like they are engineering the new endgame content. This often happens with ongoing service games. We talk about Final Fantasy XIV a lot. because it's a thing we enjoy on this channel. Lucky and I enjoy it, and we know several people who also enjoy it, so you're going to continue hearing about it for the foreseeable future. Please watch our Final Fantasy XIV streams every Wednesday. I wrapped up Core Story on Heavensward last time. It was good. I had many warm fuzzies.
Devastation!
There's also that. We also do a lot of memes, such as after I had the they did the warm fuzzy feeling of Count 4 Tempe. He literally shuts the book on the story, and I was like, oh, that's nice. Then it cuts to Justinian's empty hospital bed, and I'm like, did Justinian jump out his window? 14, you're killing me with these mood swings. Anyway, we've had several of our group, not myself, because I'm still way back in, well, not way back. I'm coming to the end of Heavensward, but I'm a few X-Packs behind. But we've had people who are catching up with current endgame content and, like, realizing the literal item requirements and the grind they need to actually do some of this content is like, oh, right, there's stuff. That's basically sounds kind of like where class score is going to end up. Depending on how dedicated you are and how much you want to get in there, some people will be able to, just grind it out and do it all right away. But it sounds like they're trying to avoid the Rainbow Apple problem, where some players just are willing to basically spend money to grind faster, as opposed to using apples. And you will not be able to do that unless there is a way you can turn Saint Courts into Storm Pods, into SP. You can't do that. So everybody is going to be on the same playing field. It's just going to depend on how much of these mats you can get from these quests, which I assume that is where higher level players will be rewarded, because you'll be able to do these higher difficulty quests as opposed to whatever the free quest level is. You may be able to get, better return on your investment faster.
Nice.
But this is your new thing to invest in. And I hope that this is appealing to some of the people who kind of ask themselves, like, oh, I don't, feel like logging into FGO every day. The content is a lot thinner now. Well, this gives you another check-in to do. You can only do so many of them per day. You're only going to get so many storm points. It does sound like if it's a login based, if you can only hold 9, there's a little bit of that, diminishing returns FOMO to worry about. If you're full up, you're like, oh, I have to spend some of these so I can collect more, right?
This is a good sword. Yeah.
Which sounds like it's intentional. But yeah, this seems like they're just trying to figure out a way to revitalize daily logins, do your daily dose of content. Normally people just run through a few dailies, and obviously I've talked about this, right? If you're all caught up, if all your servants are leveled and you've caught up on all their rank ups and interludes and stuff, when FGO puts out these updates to give you new interludes, once you clear those, you're like, oh, I don't really have anything to do if I'm not rolling for a new banner servant. This adds another, layer to that, just like extra grails and just like append skills did. So I think ultimately, how interesting and successful this system will be probably depends a lot on what those buffs are like. Obviously, if it's just, simple stuff, even if it's only, maybe maxes out at, a couple extra K HP or attack or something. So, hold on. Discord is being laggy.
Oh, no.
Sorry, doing an audio check. We're fine. Nothing was dropped.
Nothing was dropped.
But yeah, so as I was saying, if it's just little stuff like a pinch of extra attack or HP, but for everybody, that kind of, helps your low rarity servants in those slots without necessarily need to invest in grails, but also pushes up your higher end a little, which is nice. If it's more unique, weird stuff like extra NP gain, extra card performance, God help us if there are unique buffs for different classes, this could be really interesting and really worth investing in. So we'll have to wait and see on that one until they give us some more clarity. I'm kind of hoping they have a little bit of a more detailed breakdown on that stream on the 24th, because I otherwise wonder why we have announced these details so vague so ahead of time, but we'll see. Also, Ordeal Call's coming. I believe some people have been quizballing that buff success rate could be an easy one. Honestly, if it enhances what a class normally you have under class skills, right, the passives, right, that could be interesting, because some of those are very samey. Lots of classes have writing, for instance, that don't even need get up there. Ooh, 4x instead of 2x. That's pretty steep. I could see a 3x maybe as a very late game one. You might also get slight damage reductions, maybe. Obviously instead of taking double damage, you can reduce it to be only take 1.5 or 1.75 or something. A little bit of longevity. We'll see. That's that's the ultimate of it, but it's very interesting. I am hopeful this will be cool and interesting. I do kind of think, for reference, I'll put this in. Some people have tried to say that we will not necessarily get Grail casting early because that comes with the Tunguska update and may or may not be story related. We will see. We still get Grail frags, so I don't actually know if there will need to be a thing there, but they do occasionally do this. We saw this very recently with the new dressing room add-on, right?
Right.
Like, that was added with Miss Crane's event, so we'll get in there. Since this is so closely tied to the post-LB7 story and Ordeal Call, yeah, I don't know. If it comes with a New Year's update, then we can totally get that early. But some people in the comments have phrased it as coming with Koyanskaya. Now, they may have meant, like, the Tunguska event, or they may have meant it as in with Koyanskaya of Dark. I don't know. We'll find out at our own anniversary, because that will be it. That'll be your one time to get Grail casting early, will be, like, 6 months early. If not, well, we're waiting the rest of the year. Anyway, because the class score system seems directly tied to the lead up to Ordeal Call and whatever direction the story is taking next. Okay, was that New Year's? All right, so I guess we'll just see. No. Yeah, our anniversary is in early July. Yeah. Well, did they announce the Anime Expo weekend yet? It's usually the July 4th weekend.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they already have, because remember we have the talk about the premiere of the Strange Fake OVA.
Yes,
or whatever
that's right.
They're doing.
The Strange Fake special was pushed a whole half a year. Crazy. Honestly, I think they were just a Type Moon and Losengo like to be theatrical. I think they were just waiting for a good venue. But yes, so JP's anniversary is late July / sometimes early September. Depending on the content, they may hit us in a more timely fashion this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is the 1 through the 4th. It is the 4th weekend. Slick 'em. But yes, basically all of that preamble is for me to say we're probably not getting class score early. I know we sometimes get stuff early. I don't think we're getting class score early. No, it won't. The collabs are explicitly for Golden Week. We will not get another. Well, they used to be. Technically, some of the other ones were weird, like the original Zero. That was it. The Zero collab was like late in the year, just cause. But that's because I don't think we knew what we were doing yet. Usually, they only do the big collabs at Golden Week. Now, if next year's collab is not Strange Fake, I don't know anymore. But yeah, so probably not getting class score early. We'll probably get some more detail on the 24th. We will definitely get like full details, and you will find all your favorite JP tubers doing probably like specific breakdown videos, because they can actually like look at the thing in app and explore it. We'll crack along that one when we've got that info. But it's interesting, and hopefully this gets some people a little more excited about some future prospects. Obviously, like I said, we're still in a little bit of a slow slide, but they do need to leave a little bit of this gap time, because obviously, like I said, they are announcing well ahead of time. If you want to do Ordeal Call, you got to be caught up on LB7. And again, there'll be day oneers who have, blew through all the stuff as soon as it was available. You're all set, but there are a lot of people who play this game who are not as intense as that. Hell, sometimes we're not that intense.
Nope.
Like, I've been going through our recaps, and for some of these, we've been talking about, like, there were some where it was, like, technically when we're doing first thoughts, week one, day one, one or both of us is just done. That's how it was for Atlantis, for instance. Lucky was already done with the whole thing by the time we did first impressions, and I was most of the way done. We just decided to kind of keep it simple, because we know some people have, like, work and stuff and couldn't catch up right away. Other times, the Olympus was a lot tougher, so that one took us longer. Demeter was a big stopgap. Really slowed our roll there.
Listen, sometimes you just gotta stop and appreciate Demeter's fat ass, okay? And that's the story. I'm sticking to it.
Yes, definitely. It's stop and appreciate, not get crushed by.
Either works.
Yeah. Hey, have fun when that's going to be our memorial quest for that lost belt this year, by the way. Not Wodaime, not Big Z, Big Z. It's Demeter. Because we all know, man, that fight was tough. But yeah, so some people will, have been putting it off. They haven't done it. Heck, I think there are some people in our Discord who, like, aren't all the way caught up with 5.5, right? Like, they've been talking about they've needed to wrap up. Now, technically, 5.5 will ultimately be optional for 6, but I do believe for your first clear of 6, when they first drop it, if you want to be in there, you gotta have 5.5. It's only later that they realize that's not how they want to do this. So keep all this stuff in mind, and like I said, I understand, obviously, dead weeks, dead content, but hey, once again, if you're listening to us, this is different than how we operate, because I said Big Z, as in Zeus. I could have also said Big Zam, because he's a little Big Zam-like, but he's also Big Zardoz-like. Anyway, all these jokes and more we make, and you can look forward to in the recap.
Yeah.
We're a lot funnier, I think, in the Olympus recaps, because that's when we took copious notes, which means we could come up with jokes ahead of time. Anyway, Well, before we get into mailbag, I was finishing a thought there. I was saying that obviously, like I said, we understand there are some people they want their big content drop and so on and so forth. That's not necessarily how we, the guys who make the show, operate, as evidenced by the fact Lucky and I both brought up we haven't gotten into this rerun at all because we're playing Tears of the Kingdom. If there was, like, if Lost Belt 6 was literally dropping right now, I would probably be, like, dual or quad-wielding screens. But I don't have to make that work right now because it's a rerun. I'm just like, it's fine. And this is probably why there are less reruns now. But yeah, so that is what I have to say about that.
All right. Well, with that, it is time to get into this week's Let's Talk FGO Mailbag, the segment where we read what you have to say and comment accordingly. Let's do a double check. I know some people were getting in some last minute ones. You know, no thanks to Lucky posting this like literally today. We got 6 now. Sick. Let me pause playing Tears of the Kingdom here.
He has to read.
I have to read. A big stretch. Okay. So this first one comes from the Tyrant King, who threw a YOLO at the Sigurd banner and immediately got slapped by NP6 Achilles. Oof. That killed Omega a little bit.
Yeah. Insert that, like, one gif of the old man stumbling down those stairs.
Oof. But they say, question, hey guys, with LB6 coming up in about 2.5 weeks, which server are you looking forward to most in story, and have you got any Kalas ready? Anyway, that's it for me. Sending good vibes your way. Wah, 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 wah. And hope you have a nice evening. I mean, I think everyone knows Lucky's all about the Fair Nights and working. It's like, what else do you expect from me?
I mean, story-wise, I'm just ready to rock, baby. Like I said, I've been, re-listening to our thoughts about past Lost Belts and stuff, and I'm just like, man, it's been a while. Give me those jams. It's been a little bit.
I'm excited. Like, I have not been on the FGO grind for a while, and usually I'm okay with that. Usually I just get in there for, like, big events and then get out. That's why I'm having trouble with Grail fronts. It's not actually a major thing. It's a very small thing. It's just there's a Grail involved, so I don't want to fucking actually skip it.
Plus, hey, like 7 tickets. You never know.
I do never know.
What's 3 million times 7? There's that much QP in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like 2 or 3 million per map.
Well, that's why I don't want. That's why I'm trying not to lose out on it. But it's still just a thing of I gotta get in there. But no, once I'm fully expecting once LB6 says I'm going to be all up in that jam. It's gonna be glorious.
I'm also interested in those jams. If you haven't listened to the recaps, I do like musical inserts as the transitions between the parts where I've clipped stuff. So this means I've been spending a lot of time listening to the last handful of FGO soundtracks. Man, they're really good. I bet there's going to be some bangers, some zangers in 6 as well. As for catalysts, my catalyst is my own incredible Angloosity. I'm very Anglo, in case you didn't know.
Mine will be the power of my wallet. That's all I got, though.
Yep.
It's gonna have to make do with it. But with that, let's move on. So, excuse me. This next one comes from Agent 418, who says, "Hello, Lucky Omega. Have a good weekend. P.S. Hope you fell better soon, Lucky." Well, thank you. I will try to fell better as soon as I can. Let me just go trip down the stairs or something. That'll heal me. That'll heal me up straight up.
Bank, bonk, clonk.
Bank, bonk. Do. That's the sound of my health going up.
Just plank your way down there so you land standing straight up.
Let's move on. This next one comes from Monster Girl Aficionado, who says, "Dear Lucky Omega, no question just this week, just wishing you well and sending good vibes. Wah, 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 wah. Keep up the great work. Same to you. I hope you all have a great weekend. Or rest of your weekend. I don't know where you are. And we're going to keep on going." Oh, I heard Omega take a breath.
Yeah, I was just it's just, another inane me brain comment, but it's not like we're hurting for runtime, so I was going to say out loud our usual refrain, "What is time?" And then my brain immediately went, "Did you mean, what is love?" No. Quiet, Hadaway.
When your brain autocorrects and you're just like, no, I meant to do that.
Dumbass. What is it about music? Anyway, yes, we're moving on.
It's catchy. That's the problem. So, this next one comes from Soul of the Light Mode Being Sick Chord. Oof. "Hey y'all, been sick, so I posted my question after your last talk, so it's a bit late, but whatever happened to rumblings of the Discord server and getting a Tomahawk's cooking section? Sorry if I missed this, and as always, wah 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 wah."
Oh yeah, I didn't even remember how that turned out. What do people think of a...
Well, let me double check right here. It should still be in the technical. Well, it got 12 votes for yes, which I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know the actual ratio of active people we have on the Discord. We have a lot of people here, but a lot of people.
Let me tab over to general right now and see how many people are logged in. We've got you, me, 3 mods. We've got a dozen or so patrons, and then 110 people online.
We got 300 and something offline. But in the grand scheme of things, that means we're running around like 400 people. Only 12 people decided to say like yes on this. Like, I'm a little weird. Usually if I do not think that we get a quarter of our populace in on something, that means it's not very necessarily wanted. It just means that the people who are probably the most active here are thinking about it. And I'm just like,
not that wouldn't mean that a quote unquote food porn channel wouldn't be active, but it can probably still go in general. I mean, hey, if you didn't already do a push for it, it's still the latest post in technical and feedback at the top of our Discord in the admin section. So if you haven't already reacted, you can do more of a push, and we'll see. Otherwise, 12 does seem like a little low.
Let me see. I can check who said yes.
Well, we got a 13th just now as I was talking, so...
Mm-hmm.
I did click it because I felt like, people seemed enthusiastic. I'm okay with it. Technically, as your server owner, I am always okay if you guys want more channels. The question is if you're going to use them.
This is why I went through the big revamp a little while ago. And actually, I do think overall our channels are being used more appropriately, I guess is the word. We got a lot of like spoiler threads, and we have a lot of traction in the gotcha section.
Yeah, and even the split between EN and JP FGO stuff actually are well in use. Like, those have separate communities. They're not just the JP side is just regurgitating spoilers.
Yeah. I did good work. Good job, Lucky. Pat yourself on the back.
I gave a thumbs up. Nobody could see it, but it's there. This is not Death Stranding.
I think about I can't remember the movie director, but the guy who constantly is killing himself and then, comes
Hartman,
back.
Yeah.
Hartman, yes. I just constantly think about all the fucking, fourth wall breaks of him giving thumbs up. Especially the one of him just lying down, dead on the ground, thumbs up pose. I'm just
he finishes his 5-minute monologue, dies, and then just falls into the sofa with a thumbs up. Oh, Kojima, you're so... Oh my god, are we gonna get more... No, wait. No, Hideo Kojima hasn't been tweeting about editing yet. I was worried. Are we gonna get more Death Stranding 2 trailers at the new PS Showcase?
No, probably Game Awards. Probably Game Awards.
It's true, he does like Jeff Keighley, but I was thinking, on the other hand, I have seen Kojima tweeting about meeting actors and stuff lately. You can never be sure with that guy.
This is what he's not gonna do. He's not gonna because the Summerfest is, well, it's not Keeley's directing. He usually hosts it, if I remember correctly. Like,
he
who knows?
Facilitates it. It's not directly linked with the Game Awards, but they help co-produce it, so it's a thing.
But who knows? Kojima might just give him a video message and be like, "Hey, we got some actors. This is who's gonna be in the new project." It might give us a name or something. I don't fucking know.
Who knows? I mean, Sony set him up one of their super advanced teleconferencing magic window things, so they could probably Giga Skype him in for a PlayStation showcase. It's gonna be an hour long.
Trying to keep myself fat with cash. Sorry, I am yelling at Tears of the Kingdom right now.
So say we all.
I need to save this. I'm saving every pin so long because I am going to find a way to clip this and make it into a sticker because I love this. Pins no Cass, but I love him regardless.
Yeah, I'm still wondering where the fuck Cass is. What he doing with his life?
Listen, I'm gonna be
subtle
realist.
Tones of his accordion, but pen grows on you. So long, partner.
I love it when he says that.
Plus, then I get to doing that quest turns me into a frogman. I'm hopeful when I get it leveled up all the way, I'm completely non-stick or extra stick, no slip.
But
anyway,
alrighty, let's keep moving on. Oh, is this the last one? Oh man, it is the last one already. Okay, this is our life. But this last one comes from Mesrick, who says, "No question this week. Just wanted to say I've been enjoying the Discord. I find it much easier to navigate and interact compared to the official FGO one. People have been super helpful whenever I have questions as a new player. Have a good one." Well, thank you for enjoying it, and people better be being fucking helpful, or else.
Also, I'm not sure that's all of them, because I think it's only 5.
Is it? Did I miss one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, it says 6, but I only see 5. Did someone delete? Hang on, let me refresh again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey,
No,
I see
only
the 6th one 42 minutes ago in our collection. That's weird. Is it held? Let me double check.
Yeah, because I see one from Tyrant King, Agent 418, Monster Aficionado, Soul, and Mesric. Yeah, I literally only see 5. Shenanigans.
Weird. I can see it in the studio display.
Hang on. Let me... Oh, wait. Okay, I see it. Hang on. Let me... Okay, I can't see it in the thing, but I can pull it up on the notification, so I'll read it from here. This is very weird, though. So this actual last one comes from alias Zed, who will not let this joke die, no matter what. They're committed to this bit, and they are gonna have it engraved on their fucking tombstone. And if not, I will pay to have it engraved on their tombstone. So everyone will remember them as alias Zed. But I digress. Comment. Hello, Loki and Omega. Good evening, you two. I hope you both are doing well. I'm doing alright. How about you, Omega?
I'm a little hot. I think I need to open my window.
Am I in a window opening mood, or am I keep the aircon on move? No, I might turn off my aircon and open the window.
Actually, no, I'll just wait for our aircon to kick in. I have family over this weekend, so that means there's lots of my nephews are bundled into one room together, so that's going to be pretty hot. So I'm sure we have the AC dialed down, so it'll kick on eventually.
But they go on to say, Records from the Throne, arcade collab finished. I protected Satana's and Lacusta's smile. Lacusta is an amazing 4-star station. I'll definitely be willing to get her NP3 minimum when we get the event in NA. Nice. Well, hopefully everyone's wallet's in good shape by then. I keep get hit with, like, surprise bills. I'm just like, I'm trying to save for Fairy Nights here! Stop it! Like, I went to Costco the other day to pick up some economy-sized packages of sandwich meats and, like, sliced cheese. And they're like, oh yeah, your membership expired. It's gonna cost $120 for renewal. I was like, I shouldn't have gotten the gold shit. What the fuck was I doing? But I was in a fucking rush. I'm like, all right, do it. Fuck it. Fine. So that was 100. And then I just, got a message from the hospital saying like, hey, yeah, you remember that checkup you got where, nothing was wrong? Was wrong with you? Yeah, $160. I'm just like, son of a fucking bitch. So I'm just like, I don't know. I might get my landlord to pay for the 161 because that was for the car crash when I was like, man, I don't even know. Like, dude, trust me. If I knew something was wrong, I fucking feel it. Like, I have injured my body a lot.
Yeah, I know there are such things as hidden injuries, but if you, like, actually have, whiplash or cracked anything, I think you'd notice.
Yeah. Well, no, like, we got in the car crash, but it didn't actually, like, really jostle us. It didn't really jostle us. We just got, like, we got hit, we got sideswiped, so the car just kind of went, So I was like, no, man, we'd be fucking fine. And, of course, we were fucking fine. But no, because my insurance wasn't in place properly, and my friend didn't understand how, insurance claims work, I still got slammed with the fucking bill. So I'm just like, So I might make him pay that off. Because I need my fucking Fairy Night money. Ugh. And also, I'm looking at this goddamn Tears of the Kingdom OLED. I don't need it, but I want it. And I'm just like...
It is a very nice Switch. Wasn't Yoshi P actually on that Switch, by the way, when he was on stream?
I don't know if he was on the Tears of the Kingdom, but he was talking about how it was an OLED. An OLED.
Yeah, I think the pattern is the same. I'll have to pull up the clip, but I think it was the same as the new limited edition one. Once again, reiterating that anybody who's like, no, Zelda and Final Fantasy 16 must fight. No, you don't understand. The producer of Final Fantasy 16 likes Tears of the Kingdom. He's
likes it to the point that he brought it to his stream about another game. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna play this. What?
Yeah. I'm the producer. What are you gonna do?
Oh, Omega, you should totally read listen to the fucking interview that they had with the English VA. I'm like actually like.
Oh, the Clive one? Okay, yeah, I will. I saw it in the history. I'll pull it up.
I guess pretty good.
I do know that Clive's VA has gone on record as saying that the stuff we've seen in the trailers is like nothing, basically.
Oh yeah, no, you can hear them gushing about like a lot of stuff. I'm really excited, but I should double check my Amazon order. I'm gonna see if I can get like a couple days off when that comes out. Like I'm really excited for 16.
What day of the week is that?
I think my Amazon order still says fucking 2 days. I'm just like, why?
Yeah, mine is technically... Well, mine still says it's arriving the day after. It's arriving the 23rd, which is the Friday. That's going to be an awkward Let's Talk. As I just stare at my Steelbook.
Mm-hmm. Listen, the Steelbook, I'm ready. I am fucking ready.
Oh, it's gonna go with my other nice Steelbooks, which are mostly Final Fantasy, I think. I've got the remake they did of Valkyria Chronicles. It's RE7 remake. I have one more. What is it? Let me see if I can see it from here. Oh, right. It's my P5 Royal Steelbook. Steelbooks are cool, chat.
Steelbooks are cool.
They're a little awkward on the shelf, but they look nice. And they feel nice. Anyway, we're like halfway through this actual question.
Oh. But they go on to say, not all the roles are but they ain't close. About a half a dozen 11 spins, Tiamana did not come home. Sad, but at least I know that I want her because she is fun to use. I might even want Beast Nero, who also didn't come home. No question this week, so I'm sending good vibes. Wah, 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 wah. Well, that's how it be sometimes. Like, I am already dreading whatever is going to happen to me in my next rolls because, like I said, I have not been saving as much money as I've been meaning to. So...
At the very least, I think we both talked about this. Morgan has a million rate-ups, so
yeah.
that part's not going to be an issue. Like, my personal point of concern is, as always, is like, okay, I do want Morgan. She's super cool. I'm going to have a fun time writing that Wanted in probably somewhere in the next couple of weeks. But she has a lot of rate-ups. She got a lot of opportunities. I historically have very bad luck with Banner 4 stars, and the fairy, particularly for me, Barghest is, story locked, so I'm like, that's going to be a tough one. That could be a whiff, and that would be a terrible shame.
Is Fairy Knight Lancelot just permanent, or is she...
No,
not
Lancelot,
she's not, Tristan.
Tristan should also be story locked. I think they're both story 4s.
Okay. Because I didn't mean Lancelot. I remember Lancelot's an SSR, but...
Yes. Percival, who is on the Fairy Knight Lancelot banner, is permanent.
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna get a fucking Percival. Oh, that's a Lionel. I haven't fought a Lionel yet. Let's give it a go.
Give him a slammer jammer.
But
yeah.
Yeah, no, so I'll get a Percival eventually, so I'm not worried about him, but, like, I don't need to have, like, high NP. I just need one copy of, like... Actually, does the Fairy Knight Lancelot get more rate-ups? I don't think she gets a lot.
Couple.
I have to double check.
Tristan and Barghest get at least like one more in there somewhere.
Oh, I'm just gonna have to double check.
We'll figure it out.
I might
listen,
just.
I'm after that Barghest because listen, I follow Melanini on Twitter.
Yeah, Melanini, does the good work. Like, God bless your soul, man. But yeah, no, if I have to pick one out of the 3, it's got to be Barghest.
Also, in general, it just she sounds fun. Like her thing is big damage, big HP, like just being unstonkable, and I'm like, yeah. Neato.
All right. But I do believe, that is it now. Okay.
And that is Mailbag. Look forward to more of that. Grailin has 3 banners so far. Okay. Sounds like the usual amount for 2 years. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Can you run them back for how many Morgan banners there are for comparison? Can we crunch those numbers, chat? While we're doing that, we will enter the wrap-up, wrap-down mode. Obviously, if you're listening to this, hey, keep your eyes peeled for recaps, but also check out What's Up when it comes out. Check it later this day if you're watching this on YouTube. Be prepared to endure the many facets of the internet, including, yes, I'm glad everybody has caught Pura Brain Rot.
Listen, I still stand.
Good?
I still stand Paya.
Paya's pretty cool. 4 banners. Only 4? Interesting.
Oof.
It feels like more than that.
Oh, I have made a mistake!
He fought a Lionel chat. But Paya's cool. I appreciate that Age of Calamity showed that Paya is basically Impa's identical granddaughter. No, seriously, they look very similar.
Oh, I'm done.
Currently,
I'm done.
As has been going for about a week, Twitter knows what I'm about, and Pura has been regularly trending for me with over 50k tweets. But we got a couple of other points in there. So I want to bring up, because we have a little bit of the stand. So, Fanservice Friday for this month, the month of May, has wrapped with a little bit of a come-behind scooch. La Maupin has finally won. That's a design I've had, I think it was in the first poll of Fanservice Friday I ever did. Finally, her day in the sun. I'm sure she'll be very happy. So we'll be talking about that one. Scooch it out there. Check out previous contentos for stuff. I'm trying to think, was there something else? I mean, obviously, keep your eyes and ears to the ground. Right, Lucky's streaming. I was like, how would you know? Right, forgot Lucky was streaming not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom right now. But yeah, so keep your eyes and ears to the ground for obviously updates on the class sign thing. We'll continue to keep you posted on that. Fail Betrayal. Fail Betrayal hasn't really moved. You got 3 days left on that one. Battling Box are still winning by 1. So there's still some wiggle room, chat. You want to clock that in. You've got until about that our next Fail Betrayal time on this Tuesday. 5 banners is good, but also I'm like, y'all know my terrible, terrible luck with 4 stars. We have to keep the count out. We got to keep on the lookout for the 9th Steno. Because remember, the 8th one already happened. The clock keeps ticking. At least I do not need to fear for my win there. I still haven't prepared that list, but I will keep that in mind. I don't think I'm going to be able to schedule that extra lucky time on a Tuesday right now. Maybe after we're further in tiers. Chad is asking about a hypothetical. I want to block out a FAO Portrayal week sometime to do lucky guesses if Yu-Gi-Oh cards are good. I came up with a theme because we're in our 25th year of the game. I was going to do, instead of 20 questions, 25 questions and show you 25 cards from 25 different years.
Okay.
So we got a gimmick, but like I said, we need to I need to build that list out, and I would need to block out some time, probably on a Tuesday instead of our normal fail portrayal. And like I said, I don't know if next Tuesday is a good time. We'll still be deep in the debuff.
All right, I have to request though. It's only me and you though. I don't think I'd be able to get a fucking word in edgewise if the whole gang was
Yes,
there.
no. I've already. I even said this. Loth himself said we'd have to be very careful with who's on that. I'm said, I'm already imagining, like, obviously the regular crew can be like watching the stream and commenting, but I think it would be only you and me in the VC. Only you and me speaking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll keep that one in my back pocket. I think I have some time this weekend. I might, just go on a wild blue yonder and schedule it up. I've already written the job summary for the next Red Markets, the extra job to fill the last one, so that's all cut up, so I've got some time.
I'm excited for Red Markets.
Yeah. And we're excited for you to hear Red Markets. For some reason, our first attempt of the upload did not work. Don't know why. YouTube just has some very generalized greeble-gooble errors, but that is uploading, so I'll get you to that video this weekend, guys, once it's all fired up, and we can continue to play better, do more, be better. Anyway, I think that's enough previews of coming attractions. Okay, the upload has finished. I mean, you can make requests. I can see. I'll have to do some. There'll have to be some memes in there just because I know the audience, but I'll figure it out. I'll put that pin in my cap. Okay, the upload looks like it's finished, so I can probably have that out. Technically, I can do that tonight. I don't know how our late night releases do, but I can debate that off microphone because you people in the future past don't care about that. It's either happened or it hasn't. So we should probably just wind on out of here and get back to our stuff. I'm sure my Switch controllers are charged by now. Okay, so this was Let's Talk FGO. No sure on the final time. We're still a little under an hour in the Raw. We had some fun stuff to talk about there. If you have your thoughts and feelings and theories about how the new class score, class sign is going to work, hey, leave us in those commentos below. If you're watching this video on YouTube, be sure to give us a like. If you're new here, please subscribe to get more of this stuff, as well as all of our other content. Shorts for news updates and streams and other short and long-form content. Like I said, there will be an FGO Wanted a Servant review and breakdown for Morgan eventually when we get closer to that banner. So keep on those and join our Discord. We talked about that. Click a link in the description on the video page. You can join this call. It's gone through a revamp of organization, but, it seems to be going very well. People don't really seem to complain about not finding anything. We've got slots for stuff going on. Conversations seem to flow well. We have new cute names for all the voice channels that nobody seems to have, freaked out or melted down about. I am sad that the Final Fantasy 16 one being in the middle seems to be the least used. But then again, knowing our Discord, the fact that after Tears of the Kingdom came out, you changed one of them to Armored Core 6 Waiting Room, that might also just appeal more to the freaks in our Discord.
I mean, I'm probably gonna switch to. Well, actually, which one's open right now? Let me see here. Yeah, no, the Final Fantasy 16 Waiting Room. Yeah, I'm gonna go there and keep stringing Tales of the Kingdom. So who knows?
Hey, bitchin'. But yes, join our Discord. You guys can get in on all that fun stuff. Consider joining our channel memberships. Click the join button or the link in the description. Get access to membership badges and emotes. It's a great way to support us as well. And like I said at the front of the show, consider supporting us on Patreon. Get access to the audio of these episodes and other audio releases for as little as $8 a month or approximately $10 a year. At higher levels, you can get access to polls like Fan Favorite Friday, get access to video releases early, and can watch Let's Talk FGO get recorded live every week-aloo. So, consider it. It helps support us. It helps pay for those, weird bills we get for, groceries and healing groceries, and other stuff. So, if you got a line, drop us some time. And that, I think, is going to be about it. So, good night, everybody.
Good night.